the time has finally arrived for our SummerSlam predictions. I'm excited. You're excited. Let's all get excited together and go through these matchups. And we did split this into two parts because there is 2 nights of matches to predict. Mm-hmm. That's a total of 12 matches, and that's just a little bit much for just one segment here. So we decided to split it up into 2. And we are, of course, going to start in order here with Saturday. Now, we don't know what order these matches are going to be coming in, but this is my first prediction of the show, actually, Nika, is I went ahead and predicted what order these are all going to happen in.
Oh, I see.
So the order that I have these in is the order I think that the matches are going to happen in on Saturday night. And so let us know if you agree with that in the comments below. Feel free to get involved with us, folks. Let us know if you agree with our picks. Let us know who you got winning these matchups, and let us know if you think the order is correct. And any other complaints or anything you want to talk about, air your grievances, let us know. We're happy to participate in the friendly WWE banter. But without further ado, my prediction for match number 1 is going to be Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. What round is this? 3, 4 with these two?
The third.
Yeah. And they're 1-1 against each other. This feud has just gone on a little too long for my liking. And it feels like hopefully this is the end of it. Mm-hmm. This is the rubber match, as they say in sports. And I'm going to go with Sami Zayn to take the victory in this matchup.
Me too. I go with Sami. Karrion Kross have to do something spectacular in order to win.
Especially if this is match number 1, as I'm predicting, you're going to want to get the crowd going. And Sami's music is a huge energy for the crowd. They like it. Mm-hmm. They get involved with it. And him winning this matchup will be a good way to get the crowd pumped for what should be a fun night, if not 2 nights of matches. So
we both going to go with Sami.
We're both going with Sami.
All right.
Good guy is going to win the opening matchup. Next up, we got what I'm calling the celebrity tag team matchup. Oh. And this is, of course, country music singer Jelly Roll teaming up with Randy Orton, making his WWE match debut here. And he's going up against a couple of veterans himself, Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, and Logan Paul, the influencer, everybody. Nika, who do you like in this celebrity tag team matchup?
I'm going with Randy Orton and Jolly Roll.
Wow. Going with the celebrity's going to get his first victory, huh?
He's a huge wrestling fan, apparently. So I'm going to go with those 2. Why not?
I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going to say the villains are going to come out on top of this one. Logan Paul, the influencer, and Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath. I think they win this one.
All right.
I think the boos come through loud and clear, and I think it's a good choice. But I will stand to be corrected if Randy Orton and Jelly Roll get the win. I just think that's a little too much fan service right away.
Oh, I see. But because you think it's a second match, but if this match is later in the night, will that make a different prediction for you?
Possibly.
Okay.
I guess my hope is that Jelly Roll looks good as a wrestling performer, and that he's able to do something memorable that people will always remember this matchup for. I don't see Jelly Roll becoming a permanent fixture on WWE in the foreseeable future. Does that mean he won't make cameo appearances in the future? I don't know, but he's obviously taken it seriously enough to get a matchup at SummerSlam with 3 really good veterans in the business, including Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, who are both in the Top Dogs article that we posted on our channel recently. So go check that article out if you haven't seen it yet. But I think it speaks volumes to Jelly Roll getting to perform with those 2 alone in his first matchup. So,
and he's got a great mentor in Randy Orton.
He does. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will be more of a fixture and want to do this more. But
I'm going to throw a wrench into this. What if Drew McIntyre doesn't get his passport back?
If you haven't been following along with Drew McIntyre's social media, then you'll have to understand that he is apparently stuck in England.
Or Scotland.
Or Scotland. After attending a bro's wedding. A lifelong bro. And he was selling it big time on social media that I was almost believing it until he brought up the training. He was selling this whole thing like, oh, I'm stuck. I don't know if I'm going to get back for SummerSlam, and it's really costing me my training. That's when I was like, okay, this is a bit. This is a work. Because he was really playing up that he was missing his training, and
But the reason
he blamed Jelly Roll
exactly.
for like calling ice or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of funny, and it's really we see more blurring of lines. Like obviously, ice is no joking matter, but like at the same time, WWE not afraid to exploit it for a joke or for a bit.
Yeah,
and that's why people watch it. All right. Well, I'm going with the villains. You're going with the good guys. Let's move on. We got another men's tag team matchup of no consequence. And by no consequence, I mean there's no titles on the line. But we do have some stars involved in this matchup, including the top dog of WWE, according to that aforementioned article, Roman Reigns. And right along with him was one of his runner-ups or honorable mentions, Jey Uso, the Yeet Master. So they are teaming up, of course, to take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, the Axis of Evil, as I'll stick with the themes here, who are, of course, managed by the wise man, Paul Heyman, who will also be lurking around at ringside with that Money in the Bank briefcase, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure, too.
But this match, there's really nothing on the line except for pride, Nika. And with the way things ended on Raw this past week, with Roman Reigns getting his Air Jordans removed by Bronson Reed, I mean...
is he going to bring him back?
Are those Jordans going to be at ringside and on the line? Can we put something of consequence on the line here? Like, I think Roman Reigns might want those Air Jordans back. Those look like the 89s or the 90s, if my memory is serving correctly. Those were some cool shoes, and... everyone wanted them, especially with the little 23 written on them in the lower corner.
So maybe the shoes are on the line.
Let's put the shoes on the line. Let's not let that little detail go unnoticed here in the foreseeable future. Nika, who are you taking in the matchup of the Axis of Evil versus the, we'll call them the megastars here, I guess, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso?
It's a 50-50 for me. I will go with Roman Reigns and Uso.
I think I'm going to go in that direction as well. It just feels like after the way Raw ended that this particular part of the matchup is going to end with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso winning. I don't know if there's going to be some cost or any loss in the matchup when it comes to like those ribs, if they're going to play up the injured ribs angle. It feels like Jey Uso's had busted ribs for like 3 months now.
Well, he's re-aggravating the injury by
of course, but it's the same
fighting.
guys that are causing the injury.
I don't know. It's an interesting match. There's nothing on the line, so it's just a brawl.
Yeah, this one is less celebrity tag team and more of a like. There's true animosity here between these four, at least the 2-on-2 side of it. And I'll be interested to see if anything happens with Jey Uso and the family commentary from Paul Heyman, or was that all just misdirection, or was it a foreboding prediction, of Jey Uso turning heel at some point? I don't know if we're going to see that or not. He's such a huge star and the crowd loves him. But at the same time, I feel like everyone goes through a period at some point.
Do you think we're going to see Seth Rollins coming up?
Not during this matchup.
Okay.
And the reason I think that is because I still think that there's a dark horse shot that he shows up elsewhere and makes his presence known. And I don't think they would give it away with having him show up here.
That's true.
All right. Well, it's time to change genders because we do have some hardware on the line on Saturday night, and it is the Women's Tag Team Championship matchup between the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, taking on my favorite new tag team, Blissful Flair.
Blissful Flair.
And that is, of course, the team of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Nika, not a lot of backstory here needed. There was a big fatal four-way tag team matchup at Evolution. And we had predicted at that time that Charlotte and Alexa were going to win the tag team championship belts. They did not. Raquel and Roxanne did retain at Evolution, but just 3 weeks later, we get a separate match with just these two teams, not 4 teams anymore, just these two. And it just feels to me like we were right but we were just a little bit too early with our last prediction. And I'm going to stick with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss here. What say you?
Blissful Flair.
Blissful Flair. It's going to happen, everybody. I think it has to happen. From a writing standpoint, it's just too juicy not to see this, team of convenience, I think, as we've called them in the past, have to wear the championship belts together, and they kind of are annoyed with each other, right? Or at least Charlotte more so than Alexa.
It's a working tag team, not a friendship tag team.
Yes, it's a tag team of convenience.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, there's no convenience when it comes to wearing hardware around your waist in WWE. And from a marketing standpoint too, I hate to bring that into this because I don't want marketing to run the world, but you also have to understand that they can put a card out now or a marketing promo and always refer to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss as one-time tag team champions, and that will be forever etched in the annals of WWE history. So
definitely,
you cannot ignore those facts, folks, that people want to use that stuff for marketing.
So yes, they should win. The belt should change in
Blissful Flair, your new women's tag team champions. You heard it here first, folks, on the Kanika Sports Show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. All right. Well, moving on. It is time for one of the big main event matchups of the first night of SummerSlam. And I think there's two main events here, but this is my first one. CM Punk challenging Gunther for the men's World Heavyweight Championship. A matchup we've never seen before one-on-one, these two. I'm excited for that fact of it. Their promo, though, this past week on Raw was a little too stale for me. It feels like the writing needs to get better about keeping my interest in these weeks between paid live events. They always come out of the gate swinging heavy, and then when they get to the next episode or the episode after that, it starts to feel like filler because they don't know how to get to the paid live event in an interesting way.
100% agree.
Anyways, we do have this matchup, and even though the promo got a little bit stale, I'm still pretty excited for this matchup. Nika, who are you taking in this one?
I'm going to go with Gunther.
You're going with Gunther?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
I know you're going to go with the opposite.
I'm going with CM Punk, and I think he's due, but I'm putting an asterisk here.
Okay.
Because let's remind you all, CM Punk got screwed at WrestleMania by the Wise Man.
Sure.
He then got screwed once again by Seth Rollins and the Wise Man at Night of Champions in Riyadh. He had John Cena pinned dead to rights. He called for a referee, and he instead got greeted with the burn it down music.
Right, exactly. So there's that wrinkle that might happen.
There's a wrinkle here, and I feel like CM Punk could very well win and be confronted by a not so injured Seth Rollins.
Well,
or an injured Seth Rollins. He'll take a crutch to him. I mean, that would be fun to see, like, him like pull a verbal kint. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out The Usual Suspects. But it's like, I'm gonna fake limping the whole time, and then all of a sudden I'm not limping anymore.
it could happen. It could happen. If this match goes very similar to Naomi's during Evolution, cashing in the suitcase, then I wouldn't be surprised at all if Seth comes up.
Look, Seth Rollins and the knee injury, it hasn't sat well with me for a while, and I don't want to say that he's not really hurt or that he doesn't really have an injury, but the evidence that we have is that I'm able to watch the video over and over of when he got hurt. And usually when I see injuries in those types of videos, I can't watch them more than once because I'm just like, oh, nope.
Yeah.
And so there's that. The other piece of evidence is his just general demeanor when he was guest hosting the Rich Eisen show. He didn't sound like a man that was losing 9 months of his career right when it was about to reach new heights, possibly. Like, he was obviously being a big part of the storyline on Raw and the general direction with being Mr. Money. He didn't sound like a man that was like devastated about that.
Well, that's true, but he also been there already.
He also said that they hadn't figured out what was wrong with his knee 4 days after the injury happened, because
that is a clue for me.
That is a big clue. It's like when these athletes have these kinds of injuries, you know, like I'll go one more. We saw in baseball this week, third baseman for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suarez, get hit on the hand by a pitch. And if you don't follow baseball at all, just know that he is heavily rumored right now to be involved in trade talks. And they waited until the following morning to do more imaging on his hand. They did it the night it happened, but they did it again after it happened, because you have to wait for the swelling to go down. But you don't have to wait 4 days for the swelling to go down to figure out what's wrong with your injury, whether it's a bone, a ligament, anything like that. So the fact that 4 days after they were kind of playing this like, yeah, well, it's still swollen and we can't get a clear image. I don't buy that.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about with this, as we said, but I would not be surprised at all if CM Punk wins this match and is immediately cashed in on by Seth Rollins. So that's one prediction, or that's a couple predictions.
Okay.
To keep it on the match, I'm taking CM Punk to become the new men's world heavyweight champion, at least for a moment.
At least for a moment?
At least for a moment, if not more, but at least for a moment.
Okay.
And you're going with Gunther.
I'm going with Gunther.
Interesting. All right. Well, do you think if Gunther retains that there's a chance Seth could still cash in on Gunther?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't think so. I think he will wait.
I see.
Wow.
I really think we're going to see CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 42 as a headlining event. And whether or not CM Punk is the champion leading up to that, or Seth Rollins is the champion leading up to it, it's going to be some good drama either way. I hope one of them has it.
Okay. No, that's a good prediction.
We'll see. We'll see where this all goes. All right, one more match for Saturday, and then we're out of here until Sunday. And we got another huge matchup of consequence that I know we have a huge vested interest in. And I predicted that this will be the main event on Saturday because I feel like the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena matchup on Sunday is going to be the final matchup of that night. And so we got to give love to the ladies, and we got to give them their final. They got to be the final match one night.
Okay,
so I'm picking Saturday.
Okay.
And I'm picking TiffyTime, Tiffany Stratton against Jade Cargill, the Jaded Warrior. Nika.
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? This was a huge opportunity for Jade. She won Queen of the Ring. I think she's undefeated since that streak has started. Is she going to remain
Undefeated?
undefeated? If you'll remember, she took down Naomi at Evolution in that no holds barred match. That was a big push for her because we both thought Naomi was taking that matchup no matter what. So who you taking?
I'm taking Jade. Sorry, Tiffy. Tiffy time, gotta go.
Nika says Tiffy time is over, and I am agreeing with her. The clock is up, everybody. Tiffy time is coming to an end. It's nothing personal against Tiffy, although maybe a little bit. I just don't find her to be the most entertaining person on the mic for me.
Okay.
She plays her part and she plays it well, but I think she's played it here, and I think it's time for a new women's world champion, and it's a major, major event at SummerSlam. I think this belt is going to change hands, Nika.
I do too.
It's interesting when it comes to hardware exchanges for night one. I have all three titles changing hands. And you have 2 out of the 3 changing hands. The outlier being that you predict Gunther will retain his world heavyweight championship. But it sounds like we both expect a lot of hardware to be flying off the shelves on the first night of SummerSlam and changing hands, Nika. And that will be an exciting show for everyone if that happens.
Definitely.
All right. Well, let us know what you think of our predictions in the comments below. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Where's the commonality? Argue with us, please. Bring it on. We're here for it, and we own up our predictions. We've done very well in some aspects, and we've missed the mark on others. But we've definitely kept a good, keen eye and nose to what's happening, and come out pretty well.
I think we are more better than 50-50.
I think so too. So keep that in mind if you want to argue with us. We will own it, however.